It's showtime.
Good morning, wake up, wake up. It's going to be a beautiful day. We'll tell you more about that weather in just a moment, but right now, Tuesdays are always rough. He's bottled up. I put up with him all weekend. We'll see.
Speaking of bottled up, I'm about to hit the bottle right now. My all-time, good morning, I'm Jamie Cooper. This is Athens in the AM. My all-time best drink in the whole world, the original jogging in a jug. Woo! Danny McWilliams, thanks for joining us this morning. Ain't seen you in ages, my friend.
Good to see you too.
Oh, thanks for bringing me a swig of the good stuff. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Chris, good to see you too.
Good morning.
Yeah, you brought him over. Y'all are both county extension agents.
County extension coordinators. Yeah.
Coordinators.
Yes, sir.
All right. You're going to talk to Danny. You're Lauderdale County. Is that your only county, or are you covering the whole area?
My county's in the best part of the state. We're in Colbert County.
Oh, Colbert, not Lauderdale.
Second
Colbert.
best.
Yeah.
Second best.
Yeah, we're in Colbert County over in northwest Alabama, and then I get to work a lot with the good coordinators like Chris here in Limestone.
I wouldn't stretch it a whole lot, but anyway. And Joseph, you back to the beach?
Yes, sir. I don't have much of a tan, but we had a good time.
Yeah, good to have you back in action this morning. All right, over on set two, Dr. Wayne Reynolds, thanks to my old neighbor from down over on the other side of Athens. He's moved across town now. Good to see you, Dr. Wayne.
Fantastic. Good to see you.
Leah, good to see you in this morning. We'll talk about a book you've written.
Good morning.
About your Hey, Joseph.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to surprise you. You see that hat right there?
Yes.
Her husband, her late husband, who this book is about, she's going to talk about, was a stand-in for Michael Landon on Bonanza.
That's what I was going to say. That does look like.
That's the original hat.
No way.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Now, my wife is a huge Little House on the
There's
Prairie
it
fan.
right there.
Little Joe, how do you listen to Nancy?
That's awesome.
All right, Zack, if you drank some of this stuff right, you're guaranteed to grow 6 inches.
I want to take the whole bottle right now. Maybe I'll grow a foot.
This is some good stuff now.
It is.
Good stuff.
I remember that.
If you can find it. All right, let's get this party started. Let's get with the weather right now. If y'all didn't know this, you better start pairing up, because there is a good chance it's going to rain quite a bit, ain't it?
It is going to rain quite a bit. My goodness, it should be about 2 to 4 inches. We'll tell you more about that. Not today, though. Today we don't have to worry about that rain, which is a good thing anyway. We've got about 48 degrees, and things are going to be kind of cloudy today, so just keep that in mind. High temperatures of 65. That's all right. We're used to you making noise in here. 65 for that high today. 72 tomorrow. Now 60% chance of rain tomorrow. 90% chance of rain on Thursday. 10% on Friday. Things will start to dry out. It's going to be muddy out there, so just all those Easter egg hunts this weekend, do it in some dry. But good luck trying to find a dry pasture out there.
Don't mention Easter Bunny.
Don't mention Easter Bunny. I can't wait to see the Easter Bunny hop in and hop out.
Exciting.
Exciting stuff. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Hey, you know what kind of music the Easter Bunny listens to?
What?
Hip hop.
Ooh. Well, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel now, aren't you?
That's a good
You like that with that?
I like it.
Danny, you remember the days of doing live TV over in Florence?
I do.
Years ago?
Channel 15.
Channel 15, sure is. I got to tell y'all a quick story. We'll talk more about it in just a moment, because his dad and granddad were some of my bestest buddies a long time ago. But Country Boy Eddie, still alive.
Still alive.
I talk to him about once a month. Country Boy Eddie and me used to drink this. They paid us good to take a swig of this stuff. That's why I'm still going and like they're Jogging Bunny.
Yeah.
Right now, Hey.
We thought it was all those vitamins, but it's really been
this
jogging
is,
in the jug.
We'll talk more about that in a minute until we do an interview with you. But Chris, what are we going to be talking about here later this morning?
4-H. Our roundup's coming up. We got a big event in April coming up we want to talk about, and got a tomato workshop coming up.
Tomato workshop. That means does that mean to tell me you're going on a limb right now and telling us you're going to be delivering us homegrown tomatoes all during the summer?
I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to deliver you the information so that you can provide yourself with homegrown tomatoes all summer.
I guarantee if I pour jogging in a jug on them, it'll work fine.
Maybe so.
All right, let's go to Zack right now and get to see what's happening on sports. I am a Chicago fan, Loyola.
You said it right.
There we go. Welcome to ZTV 11 Sports, brought to you by KFC, the best fried chicken in Athens and Limestone County. And yes, Loyola of Chicago, they're the Cinderella team, and they had a big win. I mean, get to the Final Four, 78-62 over Kansas State. And Sister Jean, who has won the hearts of many, 98 years old, is the darling. Her bobblehead is the #1 selling bobblehead right now. Jamie, did you know that?
No.
She is. They have passed Clemson had one, so there's a college I did not know about this. The bobblehead, they've passed Clemson as the highest seller. But Mary Bell Hicks, you haven't heard a lot of her, but this is Jalen Rose's grandmother, 100 years old, and she's already talking smack to Sister Jean. She says, Sister Jean, it's been a good ride, but it's over Saturday. Go Blue. So you got a 108-year-old grandmother and a 98-year-old team chaplain talking smack. That's pretty
Did you hear
cool.
what she said she gave up for Lent? Losing.
So far, it's going good.
Hey, they're doing a white boys pretty good.
You know, they won it back in 1963. No idea until the tournament. They had won it 6-3. Kansas topped Duke. That was probably one of the best games of the tournament.
All the way.
Grayson Allen
You
missed
were
that.
Kansas over Duke?
Oh, absolutely.
Duke had that game won. They missed it.
Well, they missed it, but hey, Kansas.
You a Kansas fan?
Kansas.
I'm an Auburn fan,
They're
but
Wow,
former
that's worse.
champs. so-
worser? Okay.
Hey, last night
Sorry, Zack, man.
last year
Chris, step outside.
South Carolina beat UConn. Well, UConn paid them back pretty big last night, 94-65. So UConn is on the road, and I think they're probably, we'll see if they get a chance against. They'll face either Notre Dame or Oregon Friday night. Great thing happened in Elkmont. A lot of people, we've talked about Leah Seibert before. She passed away from cancer here back last year. And the members of the Elkmont softball team, they're standing in front of they named the scoreboard after her. She got a Bryant Jordan Award, and she got some money toward it. And before she passed away, she wanted them to do something, and that was put the scoreboard. So that will be there to remember her by. So great thing they did up in Elkmont. And practice is still going on at Alabama and Auburn, so roll tide. Tua's finger will be okay, I believe.
You finished?
That's too bad.
Back to me.
Jamie, back to you.
All right, picture time here. What we got this morning, Bradford? Show it to us. Any shots of me in this? Probably not these days. I'm having to take a back seat all the time. But there we are, Sportsman's Park.
A little round table.
Is that the liar's table or something?
Going on. I had fried bologna, fried eggs. I'm on diet. Get out of here. Gloria was on the Dale Jackson Show last Friday
Good
morning about
interview.
9:25 that morning. Always at VNN, the #1 sports, news, talk,
Don't get Dale mixed up.
political talk. That's me on the right. You know her, Zack?
I don't think so.
Lulu.
Eleanor?
Been out at Greenbrier Barbecue 30-something years at
She's back in the back. I never see her.
As you exactly. I only eaten there 2 times last 30 years, 2 times last week. You getting the same thing you got last week? I always, you know what I ordered? Baked fish, where I could eat more hook puddings. And this lady here is 90 years old. Dr. Reynolds, that's the woman you saw picking cotton this morning on Country Road Story. She remembered me like yesterday. We'll have to explain that story to you at a later date, what happened there. But all right, is that it?
That's fine.
All right, we're going to take time out right now. We're going to come back. We'll play Judge Jamie. Danny McWilliams has no idea what he's in for this morning.
Oh, boy.
He's the smartest one up here. He'll tell y'all he is in just a moment. Y'all hang on. House for sale. Tell him to give
Hold on, I'm coming.
4 bathrooms.
I'm coming. I was not ready.
Hey!
I wasn't ready. I was sorry. I wasn't ready.
Zach, what is
It's
wrong
coming.
today?
It's
Judge
coming.
Jamie here is brought to you by one.
Slipping.
Oh, there we go. All right, we'll run a little late here. Brought to you by One Love Hearing, 6 locations, 1 near you. Here's the way we play Judge Jamie. Leah, pay attention. This is a wrong answer. This is the right answer. Dr. Wayne Reynolds, he knows how to play. He watches every day. Danny McWilliams just told you, you're playing to win a thing of Vienna sausages. Woo! My hometown of New Hope used to be named Vienna before the Yankees burned it down, and they called it New Hope. All right, I'm going to ask some questions. We're going to kind of go from there. Chris, you know how to play. You are a several-time winner up here. All right, here we go. Dr. Reynolds, pay attention. According to AL.com, what is the average age that people die in the state of Alabama?
Ooh.
66.
Oh, don't say that. I'm 50.
66.
78.
66.
75.
66. That means I got 2 years left.
Well, you better make them good.
85.
75.5.
Wow.
Hey, I got 4 years to go.
4 years ago. All right, here we go. What county in Alabama, the 67 counties, has the lowest rate of survival at 69 and a half years?
I hope it's not limestone.
Sumner County.
Sumner.
What county has the highest at 80 and a half years?
Limestone.
Limestone came in at 6th.
Baldwin.
Shelby County would be the exact
They
answer.
must be living good down there.
Huntsville Metro, according to AL.com, keeps growing thanks to Tommy Battle over that way over there. Area ranks number 2 statewide and 118 nationally. How many people live in Huntsville and live in Madison County?
Live in Huntsville and Madison.
Madison County. Includes Madison and Huntsville.
400,000.
That's close enough, Dr. Reynolds.
I'm gonna
361,046.
say 3 or 4.
Limestone County is one of the fastest growing counties in the state. How many residents live in Limestone County?
90,000.
I'll let you have it. 94,402. 53,000 of those will be voting Gloria Cooper coming up in the election in 2 months.
Smart.
Lord, we hope. All right, let's move on down here. Okay, Dr. Reynolds may know the next one here. He used to be the superintendent of education here at Athens City School. How big is the square footage of the new school being built?
60,000.
How many?
56,000.
You ain't gonna get elected with that answer.
200,000.
280,000 square
Yeah, that's a
feet.
lot. It's a lot of square feet.
How many people can sit in the new auditorium?
2,000.
1,500.
15. That's why I was going to 15.
864 would be the correct
We're
answer.
not doing well.
No.
Now, you're not doing too well on this one, Ron. How large? Danny McWilliams may know this one since this is in his territory. How many acres are there in Bankhead National Forest?
300,000.
Actually, I'll let you have it because that's closer than anybody else is going to get. 181,238 acres. How many of those have you hiked?
Probably less than one. That was by accident.
What is the river that runs through Bankhead Forest? Come on. Sipsey River. Ah, come on.
It's a 60 wilderness.
Y'all did not know that?
Did not know that.
We don't get out enough.
Y'all
You didn't know it until you read the article.
Huh? Evidently.
We don't go nowhere.
How many years ago was it that 60 Minutes had their biggest ratings besides Sunday night?
25.
The answer is 10 years ago. But how many people watched Stormy Daniels lie about President Trump Sunday night?
All of my coworkers did, but I missed it.
How many people
I
watched?
saw it for a few
Just
minutes.
slightly more than watch this program on a daily basis.
Well, you got Democrats or real people?
Real people.
8.5 million.
22 million.
Good grief.
Wow.
Fake news, fake news.
Now, Leah,
Fake news.
the way this works is you don't have to hold your number. Y'all just answer a question. If you know an answer, and all you folks play at home too. We got people playing worldwide.
Coach
Rod
Leah.
Wagner, hope you enjoyed that new sign in front of Madison RV we threw up out there Sunday afternoon. USA Today reports that there is a large garbage dump circulating out in the ocean. How large is it, and how much trash is in it? How many miles would it be? Square miles would it be?
It's that big.
It's that big.
Oh, yeah. It's
many?
enormous. I forget what it is, but it's...
23 square miles?
55.
No, it's huge.
40. 600,000
Yeah.
square miles.
That's a bunch
Wow.
of garbage.
180 trillion pieces of trash weighing 88,000 tons, the equivalent of 500.
Bad.
Oh, that's horrible.
See what y'all learned
Oh,
on
that's
this program?
That is
Pacific.
nasty.
All right, here's one y'all might get. Y'all remember Michael Vick? Dog beater, dog killer?
No.
Dog fighter.
He killer, dog killer. He spoke to 10,000 students the other day about his redemption. What Bible verse did he use? He uses one all the time. See, this is somewhat religious program up
John
here too.
3:16.
What?
John 3:16.
That's a good answer, but wrong, Noel.
That's the only one.
Yes, you know, Rock Reynolds, people that know you, it's good for somebody to be able to tell you you're wrong every now and then.
I'm wrong a lot. My wife says,
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Give up. Mercy.
Palm 23.
oh, that's second choice.
That's what?
That was my second.
Okay, that was your second choice. Good.
Hey, Coach Legg said he knew all that answer, Sipsy River. So he learned it in Alabama history class. So
Coach Legg, have you spotted any Gloria Cooper political signs in West Limestone? Just for you, I spent all day
his
Saturday
wife
today.
might not. He might in East Limestone.
What show starts tonight?
Roseanne.
Roseanne.
Roseanne is the right answer. Is the right answer. Starts on ABC tonight at 7 o'clock our time.
Well, now they're going to let her on The View.
Yeah. Who said this? What famous person, quote, I don't like to chew my tobacco but once.
Jamie Cooper.
I don't do tobacco, makes me
Oh,
sick.
okay.
Toby Keith.
Who said that? Leah, come on.
Who?
Matter of fact, I'll give y'all a hint. They're redoing a movie that she was in with Jane Fonda in 1980 and Lily Tomlin.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton chews tobacco. Wow.
That's not, you don't look at her mouth.
All right, let me tell y'all. Yeah, you don't look at her mouth. You don't get that high up. No.
There we go.
I didn't know she chewed
Who
tobacco.
on this show interviewed Dolly Parton in 1979?
Jamie
Ding, ding, ding,
Grover
ding.
Cooper.
Right
She came
answer.
to the Civic Center.
Considering I wasn't alive.
Were you
wasn't
there?
No, but my mother worked there.
All right.
She met her.
Did she remember me?
No.
All right, now listen.
Remember Dolly?
That was the easy part of the show.
Oh, good.
Britney Spears' ex, Kevin Federline.
Federline.
You might know you'd know him. Did you listen to his music?
No.
He has asked for more monthly spousal or child support for their two boys. What is he currently being paid
A month?
by her?
$5,000 a month.
300,000.
A month?
I don't know.
$20,000 a month.
Wow.
And he says that he needs
I
more
would have
money.
watched your children.
Poor fella's on a fixed income.
Hey, Jamie, I got you an update about them signs.
Yeah.
Coach Legg said my kids see it every morning at Sugar Creek Elementary, awesome, loving Limestone County.
All right, we just got it yesterday. Thank you, Clint. All right, here we go.
Not coaching anymore.
What happened to the New York woman went through a drive-through at 10:30 in the morning over the weekend and ordered a bacon, egg, and cheese?
She got no meat.
What was wrong with that?
There was no meat on it.
That's a good answer, but wrong.
That would make me mad.
She finally came alive.
It was frozen.
She pulled through a New York police station drive-through where you drop stuff off, and they arrested her for having white stuff coming out of her nose too. So she was arrested for doing cocaine, and she never got her meal.
She pulled thinking that was a McDonald's.
Yep.
What an idiot.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Speaking of
Got
McDonald's,
arrested without breakfast.
let me go down here. Hang on a second. I'm trying to get down here to. I'll get to that later.
Yeah, she'll get 3 hots and a cot now.
3 what?
3 hots and a cot. At the county hotel.
All right. A man named Jedediah Ezekiel Fulton, 37, was arrested over the weekend in Atlanta. In Oregon. What was his problem? Had to do with fast food.
Public intoxication.
He ordered all the. They wouldn't fill his order of like 30.
That's right. That's right. He ordered 30 double cheeseburgers. They refused it. What did he do?
He went. Didn't he go through the drive? I mean,
He attacked the Golden Arches.
Yeah,
You see, Danny,
Yeah.
you're missing out on half the world.
I heard that. I heard that
Important
story.
stuff.
But here's one you might know. In the state of Alabama, what do they make per gallon of alcohol as taxes? Well, the highest in the nation.
A lot of
That's
money.
$4.
That's a wrong answer. Hold on. $18.27 per gallon of alcohol. In Georgia, it's only $3.79 per gallon. Tennessee, $4.46 a gallon.
Wow.
So it's cheaper to go north to buy alcohol.
I'm a Southern Baptist.
One other alcohol question. That's why we drink jogging in a jug.
Right.
Anheuser-Busch, Billy Bush, they stand to split 30 members of the family stand to distribute $13.5 billion amongst them after they just sold. What happened to him a couple of months ago.
He went after another kid because his kid and another kid were going at it, and he took the kid. Kid hit his head, and now he's probably getting sued about
He
it.
beat up on a 6th grade boy during a youth basketball practice at the private Catholic school that his son went to. The dad of the other boy had to pull him off because he says his son was sucker punched.
So he beat up a 6th grade
So he's
kid.
gonna beat up a 6th
Beat up a
grader.
6th
What?
grader.
That's
Yeah.
a real big money.
Would you do that to protect your kids?
Would I beat up another kid that was picking on my kid? Probably not.
That's a good answer.
I hope that family
Danny,
gets
thanks for
alive.
playing the game this morning.
You're
We're
welcome.
Jogging and Jug in just a moment. We'll come back in just a moment. Thank y'all for getting up with us on this Tuesday. Y'all hang on.
So he can basically.
And we're back on a Tuesday morning, a cool Tuesday morning, but you know, it has been colder. 48 degrees out there right now. Not feeling too bad anyway, but grab a light jacket on your way out the door. You'll definitely need it this morning, but should be a beautiful day today. We should see temperatures reach all the way on up to about 64, 65 degrees. Partly cloudy skies, though. You're not going to see a whole lot of sunshine. Now, tomorrow, get ready. That rain moves in. We've got 60% chance of rain tomorrow with a high of 72. 90% chance of rain on Thursday. They're saying we can get anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. That's a lot of rain. Things start to dry out on Friday and Saturday, looking beautiful, 70 degrees. Just enjoy. Getting ready to go over to Jamie right now, the little local and loving it.
We don't do local and love unless we do entertainment. Sometimes people.
Well, you're loving it anyway.
Dr. Wayne Reynolds, good to see you, my friend.
Good to be here.
My former neighbor here in Athens, Alabama. Now, you us't to be the Athens school superintendent
I did.
years ago,
Yeah, I left in 95.
95. You're also a Vietnam veteran,
I am.
and you're also a longtime member of the State Republican Committee.
Yes, the
And the
state.
local.
Yes, the state executive committee and the local committee
So basically, to say that you are a Republican would be an understatement.
would be an understatement. I've defended the Republican Party against some of my best friends.
Now, if you always come back in the 90s, everybody was a Democrat,
Well, I wasn't.
except you.
Yeah,
So you stood out like a turd in a punch bowl back in those days. huh?
exactly. I could tell you a story about when I had a Republican up here when we dedicated Brookhill. Got in trouble with Jimmy Fry.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, Jimmy, I haven't seen him in ages. But anyway, all right, you're running right now for what?
State School Board, District 8.
Which encompasses a majority of North Alabama.
Limestone, Madison, Jackson, Etowah, and DeKalb counties.
What do you do in that position?
Well, there are 8 state school board members, and they basically set policy under the legislature for all educational activities across the state.
Why, after being retired and all that and having successful kids being a doctor and other stuff like that, your son and daughter, why do you even want to do something at 70-something years old?
Well, I'm 71, not 70-something.
Well, that's 70-something, but I'm
Yeah.
just giving you a
Well,
little leeway.
because of all the things you just said. You know, I owe my life to public education. I'm the oldest of 12 children. I grew up.
What?
Yep. My mother and daddy had 12 children, and they weren't even Catholic in 14 years. And
Wait a minute. Your mother and dad had 12 kids,
in 14 years.
14 years.
And I'm the oldest.
And you're the oldest.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
So if it weren't for education, obviously, I would have had nothing. So I went to, you know, I did well in school and went to Vietnam in 50 years ago today, I was in Vietnam.
50 years ago today.
Yep, and then when I came back and got married and finished my degree, so education's been my life. And the state school board has had some interesting decisions lately, and they've had some controversy, so I want to be on that board.
While you talk about education and how great education is here in Limestone County and Athens, yet why is it that Alabama ranks always near the bottom nationally with education?
A lot of factors involved in how that's rated. I mean, because, you know, one of the biggest factors in rating education is is some of the economic levels. And Alabama, North Alabama, is not the case. There are 2 school systems that rated all A's on that recent assessment, and Madison City and Mountain Brook. And the city of Athens and Limestone County and the counties in North Alabama have overall done quite well.
In your opinion, what's this new school that Dr. Holliday is building? What will that do for the growth and education here in Athens and Limestone County?
It's certainly going to be a state-of-the-art facility. It's going to be large. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be attractive. It's going to be something to entice a lot of these new people that move in. Because, see, Madison City has built hallmark schools, and so we have to be competitive.
What is it that people, do you sometimes think that some people don't understand who Wayne Reynolds is?
I don't know if they do or not, but it's kind of like understanding who Jamie Cooper is.
Well, I'm just a redneck that's married to a good-looking young woman.
I'm a poor country boy from Alabama, and I was.
Now, where'd you grow up?
I actually was raised in Columbus, Georgia.
Okay.
Went to Auburn, that's how I ended up in Alabama.
Okay. All right, so what is it people need to know about you besides, that you're a very intelligent individual?
Well, that I'm committed to education, that I'm committed to represent the people of this district on the state school board. I've got a long history of knowing education from the inside out. There'll be no learning curve when I walk into the State Board of Education.
Now, you have to, how you're campaigning, how are you doing? You traveling to all these counties?
Yes, I'm going to every city council, every county commission, every school board, and
So you're staying on the road?
I'm staying on the road.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the Republican Party. What is it going to take for the Democrats to get some foothold in Alabama again, in your opinion?
I think they're going to have to change their attitude toward the value of low taxes, the value of the Second Amendment, and actually the First Amendment, to recognize our right to vote and to say what we want to say. And I think they're losing out in terms of what they think about us as individuals.
Do they have a snowball's chance, besides the sheriff here in Limestone County, winning anything in North Alabama?
Everybody has a chance. I mean, the recent senatorial race proves that anybody has a chance, because the Republican Party's biggest challenge is not to be complacent.
Dr. Reynolds, thanks for coming up. I got to bring one thing up about Dr. Reynolds, though. I don't know if he's going to bring this up or not, but he used to be my neighbor over on Briarwood Circle. So I get on the air one day and I say, hey, I saw where they're having midget wrestling in Huntsville at a club. I'm going to bring midget wrestling in over here, put it live in our kitchen before we do the show and put it on YouTube. I got a complaint from Dr. Wayne Reynolds, says, you can't do that. That's against the neighborhood code.
I don't remember doing that.
Well, now you were probably joking.
Yes.
But if you want to wrestle now, I can always set that up, man.
Well, I'm smaller than you are.
I wrestled a bear, too. Don't ever forget that. All right, Dr. Reynolds, thanks for coming up. Good luck with your campaign, too.
Thank you very much.
We'll take a break. Come back. Gloria's got a special guest this morning, too. We'll talk about all the stuff they got with her late husband book. And that's coming up next. And we'll talk about jogging in a jug coming up just a little bit, along with what's happening with the 4-H here in Limestone County and over in Carver County. Y'all, hang on.
All right, we are back. Let's talk about Echoes in the Rain. Let me try to set this up. This is Miss Leah Miller with me this morning. Her husband actually wrote a book. It's called Echoes in the Rain. And this book is, I want to say, quite special. Now, to lead this up, first of all, tell me a little bit about Ryan, your husband, your late husband.
Ryan was everything. He, one day with that man would have been a blessing. 11 and a half years with him was heaven on earth for me.
Some of his background, this hat that we have up here on the set this morning, is from what?
It's from Bonanza. Mm-hmm. He was Michael Landon stand-in on Bonanza. The way he got the part was his agent called him, said, we have a possible job for you. He went to the interview. There was the producer and Michael Landon was the only two people in the room. Michael Landon did a 360 around him and said, can you ride a horse? And he said yes. He turned to the producer and said he's hired.
Okay. You know, he's done some acting.
Story about Michael Landon. He's scared of
All
horses.
right. Talk about Michael Landon.
All right. Michael Landon was so afraid of horses that they actually had to sedate the horse if he sat on one.
That bad.
That bad.
That bad. We do have a photo of your husband in here. He's also a musician. And I want to tell you, if you want a very interesting book to read, a love story, just one that you can relate to, and one that you're here local about too, this is going to be the book for you. First of all, how can people get the book?
They can go on Amazon, Echoes in the Rain by Ryan Miller. It pops right up.
And you are having a book signing when?
On April the 5th, that's Thursday at Outback Steakhouse, University Drive, Huntsville, and it will be from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay, I wanted to get all that out. Now let's talk about this book. You were how old when you met Ryan the first time?
16.
16 years old, okay. He decides he's going to go into the service.
Well, actually, let me back up. We were in the same daycare.
Okay.
But I didn't actually remember him. I didn't see him as an adult. Actually, we fell in love through letters. We never actually saw each other as adults until I was 50 and he was 54.
Now, he goes into the service, and you start writing each other. You ask your mother for permission, if it's okay for you two to be corresponding.
Right. She actually brought back his address when she had visited California, my grandfather's house. And he had been sent to Vietnam that week.
Okay.
And so she brought back his address, said a boy you used to know, comes from a good family. He was in the same daycare as you. He's been sent to Vietnam this week. That was in September of 1970. And
how many letters went back and forth at this point?
Dozens.
Dozens. So you were in love.
Yes.
Then your mother tells you what?
After no letters for about 3 months, she took me in my bedroom and told me, I can't see you continuing with when he will never come back because he was killed in Vietnam.
So it had to be a very sad moment for you.
I was crying every day before that, and then I gave up.
So you move on with your life, and he's gone, or so you think he's gone.
Right.
How did you find out Ryan was in fact not gone?
Well, my 92-year-old grandmother received an obituary in the mail that his father had passed.
Okay.
She called the number on the card in California to talk to his mother, and he answered the telephone.
Total shock.
Total shock.
So she comes to you and tells you?
She actually calls me on the phone and tells me I need to sit down. And I said, Grandmother, are you all right? And she said, oh, it's not me. She said, I need to tell you something, though. And she said, Ryan's not dead. I found him.
What were your immediate thoughts right there?
I almost passed out.
How long did it take you before you contacted Ryan? Now, Ryan at this point does not know.
No, he doesn't know.
Okay.
3 months.
3 months go by and you get the nerve to call him.
Actually, yes.
Who answers the phone?
He did. And he was in a board meeting in California, 7:30 in the morning there. He normally didn't answer his telephone, but for some reason he took that call.
Now, he went on and had a life for himself, married. You were married.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Both of you at this point in your life not
happy.
Happily married?
No. And we had children. They were all grown. We both had, I would say, biblical rights. I'm not God, but I believe we do.
So you meet.
Yes, after several months.
Now, in the book, you talk about going to Nashville.
Yes.
And meeting Opryland.
Mm-hmm.
And in the book, it's quite interesting. So I don't want to give all that away, but first time you saw him, was it awkward? Were you both nervous, or did you just click and think, oh my goodness, I found the love of my life?
Well, actually, I was a little late getting to the airport to pick him up. He flew into Huntsville, and I had never seen him as an adult. It was a little awkward, I'll just be honest.
Yeah.
It was very awkward. I didn't know what to say or what to do. And he had rented, I was late, like I said, so he had rented a car. Anyway, he was about to pull out of the parking lot, and he rolled down his window, he saw me, and he had rehearsed everything great to say,
No, right, of
but it
course.
came off as a bad joke because he said, is this how you pick up guys in airports?
So you guys meet, you guys wind up getting married.
Yes,
You spent how long together?
11 and a half years.
He writes this book. It's in his computer. Now, the story, your mother passed away when?
September 18th, 2002.
Your grandmother passed away when?
And his father passed
his
away
father?
September the 18th, 2005, and he had his brain hemorrhage on September the 18th, 2017.
So September 18th, all that happens with all three of you. But you need to read the book, find out how wonderful the 11 years was, and you said it was worth every moment.
Oh, and more,
And more.
and more.
Well, he's passed. You want to make sure everybody gets to read the story. There's 2 other books on the way.
3, actually.
3 other books on the way. So
Yes.
Echoes in the Rain. Again, tell them where they can find it.
You can find it on Amazon. Just type in Amazon, Echoes in the Rain by Ryan Miller. It pops right up.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Leah.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You did fine. Don't leave yet.
Okay.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. Get the book. It's really a great read. We'll be back right after this.
Thank you.
Chris, you back in action. Brought the big guy with you today, Danny McWilliams from over that way. Chris Becker right here. All right, when do y'all start getting busy now? And what y'all do for a living?
Yeah, this time of the year is starting to, things start to get firing up. We got our 4-H roundup coming up on Thursday. Of course, it's when we get a monsoon rains, but we got 400 children coming to the Athens Event Center for our 4-H roundup.
All right, that's this Thursday.
That's
And it's
this
indoors,
Thursday. It's
though?
indoors.
Okay.
Some of the stuff was outdoors, and we're trying to figure out how to manage
Now,
that.
is this
But
open to the public too?
not necessarily open to the public, but if you've got children or grandchildren participating, you're more than welcome to come see them.
What time does it start?
The competitions will begin at about 9 o'clock.
Now, when you say competitions, what are we talking about?
Public speaking, woodworking, a project called Extreme Birdhouse where they get certain parameters and they have to build a birdhouse. Several different art projects, creative design. There's a project called $15 Challenge where they get $15 and they have to go buy an outfit.
Really?
And, tell why they picked it. And,
Any animals?
not during the roundup. There's a barbecuing competition. There's a lawn tractor competition. There's 19 different competitions in total. Yeah.
Now, are all the teachers there with 4-H also?
A lot of the teachers come as chaperones to help us.
Parents and grandparents.
Well, yeah, if they're available or interested, they can come.
So what have you brought Danny McWilliams in from Colbert County with you today for?
Well, I was kind of concerned how you were going to treat me, so I brought the muscle with me in case things got...
He did threaten me once.
He did.
He needs a
He
threat.
did threaten me once after I...
Did he slap you?
No, I
Yeah.
told him I was going to throat punch.
He's going to throat punch me because Auburn got beat. They had, what, 7 or 11 sacks?
It was like 11 or something like that. I'm trying to forget it.
All right, Danny, we go back a long way. Me,
Yes,
you,
sir.
and Gloria, and even before Gloria with this product right here. But what do you do over in Colbert County? And we'll get to this in a minute.
I'm the county extension coordinator for Colbert County. The same position that Chris has here in Limestone. We have a coordinator in every county in the state of Alabama. We focus on, we're lucky that we get to try to choose what we want to do as far as our programming is concerned. My focus is on agriculture and 4-H, 2 things that I really enjoy doing. We have an event on April the 21st that I wanted to talk to you about. We think pigs are a good thing.
Well, that's where that's where they start
That's
making
right.
the bacon. Yeah.
Bacon
right.
seeds.
And we have a regional 4-H project that we call Pig Squill. And back
Sounds
in
exciting.
January, I think we had 46 kids from 8 counties: Colbert, Lauderdale, Franklin, Limestone, Lawrence, Morgan, Winston, and
They all bring a pig?
that's where the kids were from, and they all got 2 pigs.
Okay.
We bought the pigs from a commercial hog breeder out of Mississippi. These are the big commercial hog that you see on farm operations. And the goal of the project is for the kids to learn how to raise commercial pork. And they raise them for about 100 days, and they bring one of their pigs to the show and auction. We'll have the show, and then after the show's over, we'll have an auction.
And sell the pigs off?
Sell the pigs, and we'll have processors there that you can cut a deal with on how you want your bacon sliced, and they will take
Really?
the pig off.
Right, and the
So you
kids
don't have to take
the
them.
kids get the proceeds from their
We
sale
got
of
plenty
their
of time
animal.
to talk about that too.
Yeah.
We'll mention your thing again coming up on Thursday also. Let's talk about the product.
Yes, sir.
Where do people, your granddaddy, Jake, started, Brad, you got a pot shot of this we shot this morning.
Jack.
Yeah. How did he come up with this product?
His grandmother, when my grandfather Jack was having a lot of health problems, and he went to see some of his older relatives. He had a grandmother that lived over 100. He had several aunts that lived into their hundreds, late 90s. And he went and talked to them and said, well, why is my generation getting sick and dying in their 60s? And you're living longer than us. And the common thing that older generation used in their diet was vinegar. And they used some type of vinegar in their diet every
Now,
single day.
that's the apple cider vinegar that we talked about, that you can buy at the store right now.
That's right. And that's the same type apple cider vinegar that's in jogging in a jug.
What's the difference?
Ours is blended with apple juice and grape juice, where it will taste better. If you drank that bottle of the raw apple cider vinegar, it's a lot stronger than just that.
Would you like a cup?
Nope, I'm gonna drink it right out of the jug. Yes, sir.
So much for us getting in it.
Exactly. He's been wanting to do that for a long time. He used to do that every day on his show for a long time.
That's some good stuff. I've tried to drink that straight. I about choked to death.
You would.
What are the benefits of drinking jogging in a jug?
Well, that's what we call health benefits that we can't say. The FDA forbids us from doing that.
No kidding.
We have a lot of
Are
customers
they still your best friend?
Believe it or not, we've patched things up, and I mean they're not the same people they were when we had
At
problems.
one point in the 90s, how big did jogging in a jug become?
We had distribution in probably 35 states, from the Mississippi River to the East Coast. And it was good. It was very good back in the early 90s.
Where can you find it today?
The local food lands have it around the Shoals area. There's a 1-800 number you can call, 1-800-262-2598, and they can help you find a store near your area that has it. And
People, if they knew the benefits of this, they'd be drinking this stuff every day.
That's the purpose.
But it's a good way to use apple cider vinegar in your diet every day.
It's not fattening.
No, it's not
I
fattening.
got to tell you, your dad was a great friend of mine.
And he thought the world of you too.
And he...
I remember he brought a bloodhound to the show.
He did.
Yeah,
Matter of
Clyde.
fact, I've got video. I shot this on the farm when they were all the cows. We shot a little commercial for it over in y'all's farm. Cows everywhere, and he said, I'd rather be out here, and I still got it somewhere. I'd have to find it and give it to you. Everywhere. And that bloodhound was with him.
Yeah,
And
Clyde.
he said, it jumped up in the truck, and he ended up right, and all cows all around him, they're mooing and everything. He said, man, this is life right here. This is where I want to be.
Yeah, I've got a lot of good stories about Clyde, but I can't say them on TV.
But all right, he sure did. Well, man, your family was certainly good to me through the years. Me and
we
Coach
appreciate
Boyd
you.
Drink this stuff every day.
You're a friend
now,
to us.
What do I have to do? How nice I got to be to you to get a lifetime supply of jogging in a jug?
I'm gonna have to think on that.
Lifetime. This stuff lasts a long time, don't it?
But you drink about 2 ounces a day, and a bottle's supposed to last around 30 days.
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing that, and y'all never
2
recognize
ounces
me.
a
Y'all see me
day,
again.
so pace yourself.
I may drink that whole jug. I may drink that whole jug today.
Everything in moderation, man.
So, what about the Easter Bunny? He coming to visit y'all next week? This week,
Yes.
Saturday?
Yeah.
There are so many Easter egg hunts, so it's going to be a lot of fun, isn't it?
All right. Well,
A lot of churches are having
Let
them,
me
too.
remind you, Peace MB Church, where everybody is somebody in the eyes of God, their first annual community Easter outreach Saturday, March 31st at Lincoln Bridgeforth Park on Hines Street.
Yeah.
Egg hunt, 2
Hot
p.m.
dogs.
Testimonies at 3
And
p.m.
free event. for
And
public.
Dusty will be with us tomorrow talking about what's happening at Lindsay Lane. Don't forget, there's a sunrise service, too, down at Athens State at sunup.
Early.
Danny, good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, too.
Good to see you. Thank you. Jogging in a jug. We'll take a break for the day. We'll be back tomorrow morning bright and early. See y'all.
Bye-bye.